I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We are joined by Azalea Fox. Hi.
Hi.
Hey,
Welcome in.
thank you for coming in. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Well, I am Foxy. I am a VTuber, Twitch streamer. However, I'm quite the chaos gremlin. Sorry.
No, I say we're just laughing because of how we got started here. And just pulling behind the curtain a little bit. It's quite a way to one of the first things you hear during the day.
I mean, I can play it again if you want.
No, yeah, we'll pick that up in a bit. But yeah, you're a VTuber and a gremlin and a lot of fun to
Yes.
be with. It's great to have you on. I appreciate you coming on.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, absolutely. How long have you been doing the VTube thing?
I think in like a little less than a month, I'm ending up on 3 years now.
3 years, dang. That's like a grizzled veteran for this everything these days. What got you started?
So, my sibling, they play games, and I've known them before I even started playing games.
Mm-hmm.
And because I wanted to get more in touch with them and like play more games with them, I started playing, and the first game I was playing was Valorant.
Mm-hmm.
And as I played in Valorant, I like to yap, I like to talk, I like to interact with random people. So I ended up meeting a lot of streamers and like becoming friends with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I got curious, and they were like, well, you should do it too. But when I started, I had the tiniest little laptop
Oh yeah.
that could barely handle Valorant on 30 FPS.
You were streaming like you're taking little Polaroid pictures. Just all of a sudden,
Yup.
here comes one picture. Okay, did I do that right? Yes.
That sounds quite accurate, yeah.
Yeah, I know how that goes with these things. These little computers are perfectly fine, and they can stream them as long as you don't mind waiting a long time for it to get
Yeah.
done. So with that, it would be kind of tough to stream and do any games that were tougher than.
I could barely have Discord open.
Yeah, I mean with that, and you could do maybe Minesweeper. Solitaire.
Oh god. Yeah, Valorant was quite hard to do, yeah.
Yeah. So, did you get an upgrade fairly quickly?
So, my uncle is a gamer, and he was like, well, I have a PC. You can, like, buy it for, like, $80. So, it was, like, the lowest of the lowest, but it was enough for me to actually start streaming.
Mm.
And I started streaming and interacting with people, meeting a lot of nice people who are still my friends to this day, which is incredible.
Mm.
And slowly, as I started streaming more, it got me to having to an upgrade, so I could actually afford a good, proper PC that could, run VTube Studio, run everything. And yeah, in the beginning, I worked with like a little PNG tuber, which is also a VTuber, but different angle.
Yeah. There's all sorts of ways to do it. So
yeah, there's quite some ways, and it's really cool.
Yeah,
I was curious.
Yeah, and evidently the bug bit you, because 3 years later, here you are.
Yeah, 3 years later, and I'm still addicted to this. It's really fun, though.
Yeah. Were you able to get comfortable quickly with the fact that you were basically broadcasting while you were playing the game?
Yeah, so in the beginning, I was really, really bad at the game. So a lot of people just watch me to see me like do stupid stuff and try and get away with stuff, and I would, and people would yell at me for going like, how the hell did you get away with that? I still do that to this day.
Yes.
Don't question me how, I don't know.
The ability to get out of situations is an is an unheralded superpower. That's what that is.
Yes, I pride myself very much into it.
Yes, that's it. They're envious, is what it is.
Yeah, totally. They're so jealous, you know?
That's absolutely what it is. Um, so did you graduate into different types of games later, or have you stuck with pretty much the Valorant type?
Yes. So I think for like an hour and a half, I did Valorant, just mostly Valorant.
Hmm.
Over time, I started like having a friend group that I would hang out in Discord with, besides like streaming,
Hmm.
and I would pull me into Overwatch, a
Mm.
little bit of Minecraft, but it wasn't really my thing.
No, you
And
can't kill enough in Minecraft.
yeah, I'm too much ADHD coded to the point that I will be running around and just make things out of dirt because that's the only thing I know how to make.
It's like
And my friends would be making castles, and I'm just like, I made a bridge.
I have a bridge. I killed a pig.
Yep. Or I died. Can someone come pick me up? You know?
I fell off a cliff. Sorry. Yeah, my
Yep.
my grandson plays it and has this kind of a sandbox area where he just kind of builds things. He let me get on there, and I know nothing about any of the controls for Minecraft, and I ended up punching his sheep to death.
Oh.
Um, and after that is, Papa, you can't play anymore.
Oh.
I was like, that's the only thing I know how to do. Oh,
Poor sheep.
yeah.
Did nothing.
Well, I mean, it was valiantly slaughtered by my fists.
He is still remembered to this day, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's one of those things when it gets in his 20s, he's gonna like, I remember when my grandfather killed my sheep.
He joined once, and now my sheep are gone.
As he pulls off the mask, he killed my sheep. It turned him to the dark side. Um,
Aw.
so for interacting with chat and building a chat, was that something that came pretty easy to you, or did you have to kind of um, you know learn as you go as far as that was concerned?
Well, in the beginning, I only had one screen.
Hmm.
So I had my little phone next to me, so I'd had to constantly look down and forget to look down.
Nah.
So interacting with chat was a little bit weird in the beginning.
Hmm.
And then I got a second screen, which made it so much easier for me to like at least be able to look to my left and see things pop up on my screen.
Hmm.
And yeah, as I said, I'm quite the yapper. So I look over and I see one thing and it reminds me of three other things. So I feel like it kind of became like natural. My hobbies before this basically also made me talk to a lot of people.
Oh, what type of hobbies?
I used to cosplay.
Oh
So I would
well.
go to conventions and like literally go by myself because I didn't have the friend groups to go with
Oh,
because all of my other friends didn't like that. So I ended up making friends there, and I like to compliment people. I like to ask people things. So yeah, the conversating and like everything becomes like very natural after a while.
oh. So when did you get into cosplay stuff?
Let me think. That is actually where so I have a sibling, like I told you about, but
Right.
they're like not an actual sibling, but they are. I will protect them with my life, basically.
Absolutely. Might as well be. It's
Yeah, and I met them there.
mm,
So I think we're reaching like 6, 7 years now at this point.
wow. Yeah, that's
And
cool.
what got me into cosplaying is cartoons. Actually,
Oh,
I got addicted to Voltron.
Voltron. There you
Yeah,
go.
Voltron,
That
the Netflix rework one. That one from DreamWorks.
so were you cosplaying as characters from Voltron?
Yes, I was. I was
Mm,
cosplaying as Keith from Voltron.
that's Keith from Voltron.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool. Were there many Voltron cosplayers where you went to?
When the thing was still going on, it was like legit one of the most known ones to this day, to the point that now it becomes quite rare to find them. But when it was still coming out, yeah, there were a lot of people, and you'd like match up and you'd hang out with them and slowly become friends with them. Because you're there on the convention anyway, walking around, might as well just chat up and like see if you want to do it again.
Did you have enough people to actually form Voltron?
Yes, actually, we had so many people. We had like the main 5, and then on top of that, we had I think once a Lotor as well, which is quite the rare character to come over.
Dude,
but yeah, we ended up forming.
That's cool. What was the toughest part of putting that costume together?
The hairstyling.
Oh, really?
The hairstyling is such a pain.
I would think it'd be the other stuff when trying to put the costume itself together. But you said it was the hairstyling of all things.
Yeah, so there's different things with cosplayers. One can buy an outfit and just buy the jacket and just do a little casual vibe. But the hair doesn't come styled, so you need to style it, but it's plastic. So you need like the strongest of the strongest hairspray, the skills to do things. You need to form them, you need to hold it. Your hands become so sticky and stiff from the hairspray that's drying on it.
Oh man. And you can't
a lot of trial and error.
You can't use heat for any of that stuff.
Nope.
Yeah, otherwise,
only with specific wigs.
Yeah, you'll have a very permanent hairstyle after that.
Yeah,
it
was quite permanent. Yeah.
Man, I call that type of stuff MacGyvering, because you have to use what you have to put stuff together, and the innovation is pretty amazing for cosplayers.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, so
I love it.
So were you? I mean, when you first started doing that, I mean, I would be scared to death to go to a place that I didn't know.
I was terrified.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. How'd you get over it?
Quite literally. So, okay, let me see this. As a child, I did get bullied. So after a while from bullying, you kind of learn to look past it once it passes the bullying.
Right.
So that kind of helps me in going, you know what? Fuck everyone. I'm here to enjoy my fun. I don't care if you look at me differently.
Yeah.
But because there are also mostly, like, I think 80% cosplayers at a convention, you don't really get them any weird looks unless they're like those teenage boys that like to laugh at everything that is not the norm.
Yeah.
So it makes you feel quite comfortable.
Yeah. Well, that's teenage boys for you.
Yeah. Sadly.
Norm. And I'm sure I was one of them. I don't remember it. It was 100 million years ago, but I'm sure I was one of them way back then. But so, do you still do the cosplaying today?
Not that much. I still have the wigs and everything. But streaming and gaming has taken over my life.
Yeah.
On top of my stuff and everything, my other hobbies.
Do you miss it?
A little bit. I've gone through a lot. I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would want to go back to what it was.
Not full time, anyway.
Yeah.
Doing that sort of thing.
No, definitely not.
What would bring you out of retirement?
Honestly, if I had like the full support to like able to get all the costumes and like work on myself a little bit more, I would love to like go back and do it. But for now, I prefer to just be in my cozy self behind my VTuber and just vibe there.
That's cool. Now, the VTuber itself, your avatar.
Yes.
Is this your design?
Yes, it is my design. She is a mix of me, and my first D&D character.
Oh, okay. So
my friends pulled me into D&D, and I became a tiefling paladin that had their own tavern that people were for safety.
So that harkens back to the tavern that you're running now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is exactly why.
Excellent.
And Colors is just the way I look at IRL. Like I have the split hair dye as well.
Okay. Now, you
So
got to
yeah.
explain something to me, because when I played D&D, we just had D. And we just had basically one book. More
Now there
dungeons.
are quite a lot.
Oh yeah, more dungeons, not quite as many dragons. So it was small D for dragons, and we didn't have anything bigger than a 20-sided die, and it was, we had to color half of the sides so we knew what was going on. That's what we had back then. So tell me, because I see it all over the place, and I pretend I know what it is, but I don't. Tiefling. What race is that?
Tieflings are I'm not that well educated, so I don't know the exact wording of it.
Hmm.
But basically they're creatures from, correct me if I'm bad, like don't blame me for this, but I think they're from hell.
Mm.
And they tend to have horns and different colors of their skin.
Oh, okay.
Most of them you see in like a dark red purple.
Okay.
And yeah, they're resistant to fire, so they can handle quite the heat.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they're like many shapes and many designs, and it's really cool.
Do they have
And I just
magic
love
abilities?
it. They do not have magic, I think.
Mm. Okay.
No, they don't have anything. They're mostly just resistant to fire, and I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because when I was doing it, we basically had, human, human, dwarf, elf, half elf.
I do love myself a half elf and elf too.
Yeah, a half orc, that type of thing, and that was pretty much it. And now you got, like, 3/4 cyborg and quarter bat.
There are
or
quite
something
so many races. It
Yeah.
is insane how much there are.
And classes too, lots of different classes.
Yeah,
But
classes are insane.
But I think people are enjoying it just as much, if not more, now than they were then. Because I was in that kind of the first wave. I didn't play nearly as much as a lot of people did, but I did play kind of that first wave where people are just learning it. And then, of course, you don't remember because you're such a young person, but such a backlash it had for a while.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it was. Everybody was saying it was satanic and kids shouldn't be involved in it, which of course just got everybody more involved in it. And now it's
Honestly,
now it's the unstoppable force that it is now, of course.
yeah, I feel like it's kind of like necessary for people to know about it at this point.
Yeah, and it's
Like, no, so many know.
and it is the basic father mother, or I guess you put it as, for most RPGs that are out
Yeah.
now. I mean, you couldn't have. It's the first time I ever heard hit points.
Yeah, no, for me too.
Yeah, I mean it's and now you see it on almost even Mario's got a couple of those now. So everybody's used that. When you're on stream, what do you like to play?
I love to play Dead by Daylight, which is a horror game.
Oh yes, yes. I have not
It's
played that one. It would just be Eric hanging on a hook.
No, surely you can do that. You can handle.
Well,
All you have to do is run away from the killer.
It'd be Eric hanging on a hook.
It's okay. I'll protect you. I'll protect you.
I would get off just in time to basically land in the arms of the killer again.
Oh, trust me, I've done that many, many times.
Oh.
Sometimes on purpose.
Well, that's a you thing.
That's definitely a me thing.
That says more about you than you might want to let know,
Don't worry. I think about 90% of DBD players agree with it.
Yeah,
so
that's true. That's true. So do you like that type of a horror game, or do you like jump scares, or would you rather have a long con horror game?
So I'm still learning a lot of horror things.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to be like very shy and not be able to watch any horror movie.
Yeah.
One of my friends got me into movies, and then another friend got me into DBD.
Mm.
And I still play it with her to date. to this day, and it's super fun.
Yeah.
I like multiplayers more because solo is just me being scared, and like, if you're just with like another person, you can scream at them and tell them that you're being chased by a clown or ghost face, and they'll just laugh at you, which makes it better in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I like multiplayer stuff more.
Yeah, that would be pretty much the only way I could do it is multiplayer, because if I'm going to be scared, I can just sit and watch the news. I could
You're
do
not
that,
wrong there.
and then that would scare me plenty. But it makes me feel a lot worse, actually, in a lot of different ways. Some people enjoy the jump scare type thing, and some people would rather play a game that strings you along for the big finish. If you were to start a horror game, which one would you gravitate to?
As in, if I would start like a known one?
Yeah, if you were looking for a horror game, would you rather do one with the quick jump scares or one that played it for the long finish?
I would go for the jump scares. I like the excitement of I could be jump scared any minute now and not realize that it happens until it happens.
Is there a scream every time?
Oh, 100%. There's either a scream or there's me singing very scared about like something that I'm walking through like a hall and I'm terrified. I start singing. I'm scared, so I start singing.
What you put yourself through for your chat?
Oh God, the things I've done for them.
It's when you realize that you've got folks here now who, I mean, after this period of time, people are coming back not because of what you're doing and the games that you're playing or what your types of stream, but because they enjoy talking with and being around you. How does that make you feel?
Emotional.
Yeah.
I used to not. Yeah, so I used to not have like the friend groups, and the fact that people are interested in me enough, the fact that they want to join back and like chat with me again, tell me about their day, or straight up just bully me, like in the nicest way, the VTuber bullying.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me. I feel a lot loved, and it's one of the reasons I've not stopped streaming, is because I feel that loved by everyone around me.
Yeah.
That just wants to do this.
Yeah. Well, with anything that you're doing for that long, you hit roadblocks, or whether they're creative, you just get tired or something along those lines. But you've been able to power through it so far. Do you take breaks, or do you just keep streaming and hope it goes away?
So I've taken quite the break last year and like the last few months. I was really upset about it because I love streaming. It's one of my favorite things to do. But it just wasn't there for me to do it at the moment. And I'm eager, so I'm like, okay, I'll take a little break to breathe and to like take care of myself, because otherwise I will overload. Instead I would go like, hey, I'm gonna take like a week off on my last stream. I would mention that. Yeah. And then 2 days later my friends would see me, Azalea Fox went live, and I'm like, yeah, I like to take a break. I like to make sure I'm taken care of, but I noticed that I recharge quite fast, so that helps me a lot.
Well, it's for you. It's the time zone. In time zone, your week goes by a lot faster.
Yeah.
Your week goes 2 days. Unfortunately, that also counts for like bills that you have to pay and stuff like that. They also come
God, imagine.
Way too fast. Wait a minute. Today is next Friday? Oh. Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I've already spent it on pizza. And that little tip, that still happens at age 60, by the way.
Oh, no.
It doesn't naturally go away. I thought it would, but no.
Oh, God.
Now
That's not good.
Now I just reason with myself more. Yeah, you can order that and not worry about the bill for another day. Yeah.
Listen, that's a tomorrow me issue, not a today me issue.
That's right. And then it's a next Thursday issue.
Exactly. As long as it's not today, then it's not my issue.
Yeah. I don't have the red notice yet. I can keep going. When the red notice turns pink, then you're really in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, code pink. It's gonna be bad. it, when you started in on this, and did you have any preconceived idea as to how this was going to go for you, or was it, like you said, just kind of giving it a try and see how it went?
So, in the beginning, I had like a streamer friend, and they really like talked very bigly, like very highly above it, and very like excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the one who pushed me into it. And I was like, you know what? We have a saying in the Netherlands,
Mm-hmm.
and it basically says, "You've already got a no. Why not try and see if you can get a yes?" And I like to use that as my motto, which is basically, you might as well try. You've already got like the no side. Maybe you'll like it as much that you want to keep going and make it a yes side.
Wow, that's interesting.
And
Yeah.
hmm?
I said, that's interesting. I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite mottos.
Mm.
Like my parents taught me that, and yeah, I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah. For me, it would be, you've already got the no. How much bigger a no can you get? Can you get those capital letters no?
Am I gonna get screamed at with no, or can I keep going?
Absolutely. We got no already. Let's go for absolutely not. And no, that's a great philosophy to have, and if and it certainly lends itself to having you try things maybe you normally wouldn't.
Yeah, that's how I got in all of my hobbies
Yeah,
and my actual like what I studied as well.
yeah.
So
What,
I'm very thankful.
if you don't mind, what did you study?
Graphic design.
Ooh,
So I've done that for 4 years and actually graduated and I got my diploma as a graphic designer.
so you are an artiste.
Yes, sir. I still use it to this day for my small business, so I'm very happy about that.
Have you done any of that on stream?
Yes, I have a VGen open and sometimes I stream it, so people can watch me design a logo or work together like a schedule for people.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite things to do.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm glad I can.
You do logos. That's cool. I think that's a really kind of a specialized thing that you have to have a different type of vision for, isn't it?
Yeah, like you've seen like people that make their own, and then I like to find the idea that a person has.
Mm-hmm.
So especially if I get to talking to them, I can like figure out little things that they would love. I have one of my friends that I'm currently making a logo for, and I posted like an idea for him. He was like, "Why are you reading my mind? Like, how are you doing this?" And it's so fun. It's so fun. It's so nice to see the reactions from people going like, "Oh my god, I am in love with this." So yeah.
When you get a reaction, I imagine you get all sorts of reactions, but when you get a reaction that your design is even better than they thought, better.
Oh, my ego grows.
I bet. I bet.
I get all blushy and I'm like, "Oh my god, you like it that much? Stop."
That takes some vision there, you know. That really does. And observation. Like you said, you ask the questions and you don't just say, "Oh, their name is Bob Smith. I'm put Bob over Smith. There you go. That's your logo."
Yeah, no, I like to look at like ideas that they have. If it's for a VTuber, I like to connect those things. Mm-hmm. So I made my own logo as well. So I grabbed my favorite things and just bunch them all together until it becomes like a solid logo.
How long will it take you to put like that together? Because that's not a cut and paste thing. I mean, that's full artistry there.
It's quite the progress. Let's see, if I am like truly inspired, like instantly, I think it would take me 2 hours, maybe 3 if I have to make a lot of separate things.
3 hours?
I could, I could be sitting behind the desk and just go like, okay, what if I do that? And then I copy it and I'm like, okay, what if I do that on top of that? And just build it up. And it's I can lose hours in it if I like am really invested.
Wow,
But
I would think that's quick. That's actually a lot of work in a short period of time to put something like that together.
you know what they say, fashion, graphic design is my passion. You know.
Yes, graphic design is my passion. Have you ever had a situation where you come up with a design for somebody and they go, "Oh no"?
I've had it once where they were like, "That's not really my forte," and
Yeah,
I was like, "Okay, tell me what you want, and I'll reset it."
yeah.
Because sometimes people don't know what they want, so it's like quite the trial and error if you work with that way.
I love that attitude. Sometimes people don't know. I could hear you grit your teeth. Don't know what they want.
Sometimes I've had to ask questions to people, and then they still don't answer it. I'm like, let me ask this again, and just a little bit more clear, see if it works that way. But yeah.
Do you want the apostrophe on it or not? Well,
Do you
surprise
want
me.
this color or
Yeah.
do you want it darker?
Yeah.
I don't know, you choose. I'm like, no, it's your logo. Tell me what you want.
Tell me what you want. That's so when you start off with a logo, let's say it's for Bob Smith.
Mhm.
Do you first how does the concept grow in your mind?
Okay, let's see. So, for example, if I were doing it for Bob, I would ask Bob, what colors do you want? Do you want them connected to a design? Do you want them connected to a VTuber? Or do you want them completely separate? So I would ask for like colors that they would want.
Okay.
They can either send me screenshots, look them up, or just go like, I want a pastel pink and I want it around that vibe. So I would grab colors that they would like on top of their main color, and then use the logic I learned at school to combine that. Then I would ask their top hints. So for me, it would be a sakura and my red and black.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, it could for Bob, it could be like a blue fire and let's say a certain flower that he likes.
Okay.
I would add those in, see if it like needs anything else. I would ask more.
Yeah.
But basically, if I start designing, I would start with the name and then mix and match and see if I can cross them over, if I can make one size bigger than the other, see if I can play a bit around with that, and just slowly put everything back together until it becomes whole.
Is it a question of if they don't come at you with a lot of ideas and just a logo, do you have to have that constant communication back and forth, or do you come up with the entire idea first and then show them?
So I've had it where I've done like surprise me logos, and honestly, I like to give the idea to the person because sometimes they commission you and they go like, I want a logo. I'm like, okay, what do you want? I don't know. I would ask them, do you want me to surprise you? Like, look up your stuff, see what fits you, and then surprise you. That would work for some people, and otherwise I would make like 2-3 sketches of ideas and like circle places on where things could be.
Yeah.
And then throw 3 designs at them and see what they want, like rough designs.
Right.
And then they basically get to pick out of them. Or like go like, I like A, but I like the bottom of B more. I would mix and match them.
Yes. Somehow fit a scrambled egg in the middle of it. With okay.
Yeah, I've had weird questions.
I would ask you some of those, but then it would kind of show off the ones that because if they're weird, they're going to stand out. So I don't want to do that. But have you ever just told somebody no?
Let me think. Have I ever told someone no? No, I don't think so. I'm quite the people pleaser. So I try my best to make it work. And if it really, really, really doesn't work, I offer like a refund. For like, hey, it's not working for me. I can't help you with this. And then go on, like help them and then help them look for something that they want.
Yeah.
That's about it.
If you When you're doing something like that, though, don't you leave yourself open to having them steal it or and have somebody else work on it, or do you?
Yes,
Yeah,
technically.
yeah.
I've not had it happen to me, but I'm also not that like protective of my things because like if that happens and they make it, either because I make sure I get paid before I do it,
There
and
you
like
go. Yeah,
if I make a full logo, that's paid. There's no refund on that.
right.
But like if there's sketches and designs and they want like, hey, um, I use this to grab my logo, I would be fine with that. I'm not that like protective of my things.
Mm,
I like to design for the people that want to design, and just because I want to practice.
yeah. If somebody rejects one or doesn't quite like it, do you kind of keep that idea on the back burner for somebody else?
Not entirely. I would grab ideas that I would have.
Hmm.
So like I had a logo that a person didn't want. This wasn't in the VTuber community, but it was like a design for a business, and they had like this like in a tavern you have like those little wooden plates that people can have their logo on, and it hangs on like an edge.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I have that had that design, and they didn't like it that much.
Hmm.
So I was like, well, I made it anyway. So I turned it into my own design because, tavern wise.
Right. Hey,
So yeah, that's now part of my logo.
that's repurposing there. That's
Yeah,
you already did the
it's
work.
still my idea.
Well, you already did the work. Might as well use it.
Yeah,
Like that
exactly.
much. Um, I'm not even. Well, I'm going to mention it. So get ready. Please don't hang up when I say this. Um, AI. How
Hate it.
Yeah, how badly has it affected somebody like you when you're trying
So,
to do these things, especially with the logos and such?
so I have to look that, AI, like logos need like specifics. It needs design. It needs words specifically as well.
Uh-huh.
So for me, it hasn't really affected it. I know it affects a lot of artists that draw and like design like characters and stuff. But because mine has like tiny little things and then it needs to be put together, it's quite hard for AI to do that.
Hmm.
I think I've seen like drawings and like overlays and stuff, but that's once again more drawing rather than putting shapes together to make it a whole.
Right. Right.
So for me, it's not affected me that much.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. No, and
It's
it's
very good.
yeah. Can you spot an AI or artwork?
Yeah, I would say like 90% of the time. Sometimes they're getting more advanced over the years. And it's really frustrating.
Scary.
But I if something feels off or my gut feeling tells me that's not right, I tend to look into it a bit.
Hmm.
And especially if people have like I used AI for this, I am very against it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. That's a no go for me.
Would you feel differently about it if people didn't take credit for AI work and say I did this from the start? Because there are people who will,
Mm,
feed stuff into an AI machine and have it come out the end and say, "Okay, I did that." But of course, you didn't do that. You fed it into a machine.
no.
No.
It wouldn't make me feel different. AI uses a lot of like the environment.
Mm.
It affects artists even if it's not made by you
Mhm.
and you're not claiming that you made it.
No.
You would still have used the art that is online for AI to use.
Yeah. It's never going to be.
So
It's never going to be an original idea.
no, it will never be, and neither are like actual artists. Like
Mhm.
sometimes people think of the same thing, but at least it's handmade. It's not thrown into a computer and go, make this for me.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't make a soup like that. For crying out loud.
No, imagine.
Yeah, I can, unfortunately. It would taste, no matter how it came out, it would just taste like, whatever.
I
There's
feel
no,
like it would taste soulless.
yeah. It would at least, if I'm a bad cook, I would throw stuff in. You would taste something. It may not be good, but you would taste something.
Exactly, but you'd have the feeling of a person did this
Yeah.
instead of everything being made by a computer.
Yeah. When what gets me is the perfection, in that, you know, the difference to me in artwork and is the imperfections, because nobody puts down a perfect artwork just by.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. Your situation might be a little different with the design, because sometimes you need to have a certain size and ratio type thing, and you have to actually measure and all this stuff. But when you look at the old masters, and you realize that these aren't perfect paintings. Um,
Yeah.
that was somebody's
There's
perspective on
blemishes.
it. Yeah,
There's everything.
yeah. I can imagine, the Mona Lisa done by an AI, and it's like, that's basically just a photograph. I,
Yeah.
I,
Even that wouldn't even be a photograph. It would be made perfect. It would be made like symmetrical and everything. And even humans aren't symmetrical.
no, I definitely am not symmetrical.
Neither am I.
One thing in all this time in life I would never been is symmetrical. I'll tell you that. It's other different shapes, but not symmetrical. Uh,
Yeah.
so, have you got any big plans now coming up for the channel? Are you going to do more art stuff? Or, what are you going to do?
So I am looking into getting some more like specifically hinted streams,
Hmm.
and that is also me making a lot of time.
Hmm.
I've been looking into finding a group that would do like a D&D group with me and just make it a stream
Yeah,
D&D campaign.
yeah.
And I want to do, yeah, I think I would want to do more like designs and like maybe throw out some giveaways, see if people want designs, and then it would be shown on stream, going like, hey, this will be shown on stream, this will be made on stream, just so I can get some content out of making it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But I do want to stick more to the gaming. It's more fun for me.
Any singing in the future?
I sing myself already whenever I'm just running around in a game or just playing a game,
Yeah.
but I don't think professionally. I like singing, and everyone says that I sing quite well. I don't know. I'm not judging that, but I just like it.
Yeah.
But other than that, nothing too specific.
Well, there's a difference between just singing and then having to sing for people.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you find that way with your artwork too, where I know you're in situation with the job and everything, with graphic artistry, that you're basically 99% of the time you're doing that for somebody else. But
Mhm.
is it freer for you when you're doing your own, everything off the top of your head, the original grain and idea for you, and would you rather do it that way?
No, I like the mixture of it.
Mm,
I sometimes have my own ideas and I want to bring them out to people, but I also really, really love bringing someone's idea to the world
mm,
because they might not have the tools, they might not have the skill to do it, and to be able to help them with my skill to get it for them, it's quite rewarding. It's quite nice.
that's a great
So I
skill.
like the mix of it.
Yeah, that's great to have something that you enjoy, and something that you enjoy is also helping other people.
Yeah.
Right? That's quite a lot of people don't have that type of situation where your skill falls into that category, and your ambition for it too. Doesn't
Yeah.
always fall into that
I
category.
quite the hobbies and I like doing them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you're obviously good at it, because I mean, people want you to do stuff.
That is very true.
When you see somebody using your artwork in whatever they're doing, whether it's a logo or other types of things, what does that do for you?
I get all giddy. I get excited. It makes me smile,
Yeah,
especially like in my previous like actual jobs in like IRL life.
yeah.
I've done banners for cafes and they would be hanging in the city that I live and it
Mm,
would be like I think like what like 10 feet by like yeah 10 by 15 feet
mm,
big.
yeah.
And everyone would be watching at it, and I would be so incredibly excited about the fact and going just like, that's me, I did that, look at that, look at that, I did that.
Now,
And it's just, it makes me smile.
yeah. Is it easier to do it in English or Dutch?
So I've been fluent in English since I could probably already speak, I would say.
Yeah.
So English has become more easy for me. If
Mm.
I'm talking to my parents in Dutch, I end up saying the English word and they just nod and go like, "Yeah, that makes sense. We get that."
It's nice to have two languages to choose from, though. Or you can get
Yeah,
the exact right
especially
words.
when you're cursing.
Yeah. Oh, so much more curse words coming out. Oh, John Smith, he learned 16 languages just so he can cuss everybody out in every single one of them.
Honestly, I don't blame him.
Well, there's just stubborn people like that around. Well, it sounds like you're enjoying yourself so much. It's easy to hear you smile when you talk about the things that you really enjoy, and that type of thing really does impact on an audience. They will hear that and they will enjoy along with you. That's yeah. I'm really glad that you have found this section that not only are you enjoying but you're comfortable with and is successful for you. Um, and
Yeah.
and you work toward it. When you look back now at where you were when you started 3 years ago to where you are now, how
Mhm.
satisfied are you with what you've been able to do?
Very. I wish I could have done like more last year,
Mm,
like more of my projects and everything, but life has just been like quite setting me back
mm.
in a way.
Yeah, it does that.
But yeah, it tends to does it. It's quite annoying.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but I am very grateful as to where I am. If I were to talk to myself 3 years ago, I would be very confused as to like, how the hell did you get that far? Because I don't even know how I got this far. So I'm
Who are
yeah,
you?
I'm quite who are you? What did you do? Who are you? What did you do to Foxy? So yeah.
Where have you taken Foxy? And who are you? Well, I think that you're going to be taking yourself a lot further because this is a great trajectory you're on, and success shows it, and the people who come back to your streams show it. They're coming back for you, personality, and they're just enjoying being with you. And they're not enjoying it as much as I've been enjoying being with you here during this interview. Uh,
Aw, stop it.
yeah, it's just a absolute delight to talk with, and to hear somebody enjoying being able to share their talents is always a great thing. And I wish you nothing but the best in the future with it. And I don't think you need my wish because I think it's going to keep going. I really do.
You're so sweet.
And
Thank you.
we're gonna have all the links that we've been able to find for Foxy in the description for this video. Hope we can get you on again soon. And in the meantime, check out what Foxy's got going on, and then you can also. Are you taking commissions at the moment?
I am indeed taking commissions, yeah. It's
Yeah,
always open.
give them money. See, that's what you call a quick advertisement. Give them money. Uh,
Give me work,
yeah.
please. I love doing it.
And does a great job of it too, obviously, because people keep coming back. When hopefully you'll come back and talk to us again soon. Thanks so much for coming on.
I would love to. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.